I'm Bill Phillips, along with the coach, Rich Walensky, and coach, two teams that have met earlier this season with Sissonville winning.
Yeah, they've been in the second week of the season. Sissonville winning the game 14-9. Took a goal line stand at the end of the ball game for Poca to lose it. So these teams are familiar with one another, and they know exactly what each other does, Bill.
What should we look for from these two teams?
Well, Poca primarily is a ground-oriented team. They don't throw the ball an awful lot. They've only put it up like 83 times over the course of the whole year. Sissonville, on the other hand, is a little more balanced. They like to mix the run and the pass. But I'll tell you one thing, Bill, the people are going to see two very large high school football teams. Great size on both sides.
Great size, great weather for December 2nd. A great day in Wheeling for a state championship football game. We'll be back with more right after this.
Dunbar Furniture Mart, the Valley's number.
Well, it looks like there's a lot of people here also from the High Valley to see this Class AA matchup here for the West Virginia State Championship.
Well, Sissonville won the toss and elected to receive, and they will receive the kick of Seth Weil. It comes down to about the 15-yard line. On the return, that's Chad Moles, and he's out to the 20-yard line for Sissonville, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10. The Indians will take over there. Let's take a look at their offense for the Sissonville Indians and your backs and receivers.
The Indians will take over 1st and 10.
Tucker, Pinkerton, Cook, Newhouse, Young, and Tignor, your backs and receivers for the Indian offense. Your offensive line, it's a good size line. Smith, Carpenter, Toten, Tignor, and King are your offensive line. And coach, they go about 6'2", 225 across the front.
Well, I tell you, that Poca defense is not too small either, Bill. I tell you, they've got good size in there as well.
Hand off to Pinkerton, the fullback inside for a couple. Take a look at the Polka Dot defense. That's Davis, Carter, Boggs, Lyle, and Hartley up front. Null and Lemley are your linebackers. Lemley, the leading tackler on the team. Cook, McClanahan, Lanham, and Roberts, they are your defensive backs.
I tell you, those two defensive tackles in there, Jason Boggs is 6'2", 280", and Bobby Carter is 6'2", 275. So they've got good size at the defensive tackles.
2nd down and 7. Quick pitch, and it'll go for about 3 on 2nd down. We'll bring up 3rd and 5 on the carry for Sissonville. Number 21, Shane Cook, 5'11", 155.
I'll tell you, he's our leading ground gainer, Bill. He's rushed for over 1,600 yards. Here's a power sweep coming into the split inside. Relatively good blocking up front. He's able to get it up there for about a gain of 6. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 yards for the Sissonville Indians.
Newhouse and Young check into the ball game. Newhouse, number 5, he sets up in a slot with Young to the outside on the near side for Sissonville on 3rd and 3 from the 27. Hand off to the fullback, and he'll be close. They may have to measure. Looks like it'll be a 1st down. Looks like plenty for the 1st down now from where they're going to spot it, Coach, on the 1st down carry. That's Pinkerton, the fullback, number 14.
I tell you, he's got nice size as well, Bill. Eric Pinkerton is 6'3", 220. You're going to see a little cross-buck action here. The right guard pulls, trying to open up a little crack over there over the left side. Pinkerton gets most of it on his own. Good power running off tackle for Eric Pinkerton, big fullback at 6'3", 220, 1st and 10 from about the 32.
McCutcheon and Moles now split in a slot to the near side. I formation in the backfield. Hand off to the tailback. That's Cook on the carry, Shane Cook. He goes for about 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7, Coach. And so far, nothing fancy from the Indians, just pretty much straight ahead ground attack.
I tell you, Poca's defense is really gaining up on the run, Bill. You know what? We'll have an opportunity to see it on this next play, but they've got 11 people within 3-4 yards of the line of scrimmage, playing a lot of man defense on the 2 wideouts. Sissonville has been showing primarily a twin formation. This time they're going to have wide receivers to both ways, tight end right, flanker right, and a split end left.
Young to the far side, Newhouse to the near side. They split the backs, and Tucker looks to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's taken down from behind. Coming up with his sack, number 88, that's Seth Lyle. And the Polka Dots get the first sack of the ball game, and it's a loss of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
What he was looking for was the back coming out of the backfield. Cook was running a pattern down the middle of the field, and that's where he's looking, right down the middle. And you can see that that's a coverage sack right there. And I'll tell you, Lyle doesn't give up. He keeps on maintaining pressure from the outside and gets to the quarterback, throws him for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Good look there at Seth Lyle on the defensive line, number 88, 185, 6'3", junior. Moles and McCutcheon in that slot to the near side on 3rd and long. Little delay, hitting the backfield, sheds a tackler, and finally Lyle wraps him up as he hangs on. Also getting a piece of the tackle, number 85, Charlie Hartley for the Polka Dots. Another loss and a big one. It'll bring up 4th and long all the way back at the 24-yard line, and they'll have to punt it away.
Trying to run a little draw right here, as you can see, fake to the fullback and then a draw to Cook here. Number 21, their leading ground gainer, just too much penetration. Lyle gets in there in real good shape, gets hold of an ankle, brings him down for a big loss. Will bring up 4th and about 17.
First man in, number 74, Bobby Carpenter, 6 foot, 275-pound junior. The low spinning kick bounces down at about the 47. It'll roll dead at the 43-yard line. That's where Sissonville will down it. Poca will take over there. We take a look at the Dots offense. McClanahan, the quarterback. Null, Cook, Hartley, Lyle, and Harless, your backs and receivers. Up front, Davis, Roberts, Brown, Carter, and Calhoun. And that is your Dots offense tonight. 1st and 10 for Poca. They have good field position to start their first drive of the ball game, Coach. 7:49 to go, first quarter. Nothing ball game. Ball 1st and 10 for Poca on the 43-yard line.
Poca with double width both ways, single back offense.
Handoff, little trap, and it goes on the handoff to Jimmy Cook.
Yeah, they have slots at both ways, Bill. About a yard and a half, 2 yards outside of their tackles. Here, as you can see, they're running a little counter with the wingback from the left side, both the backside guard and the backside tackle pulling, and a good gain on 1st down for Poca of about 8 will bring up 2nd and 2.
Lyle split to the far side. Hand off again to Cook. He goes for 1st down yardage on 2nd down at about 3. Picks up at least 3. Let's take a look at the Indian defense. Tignor, Gregor, Walker, Tignor up front defensively. Linebackers Pinkerton, Carpenter, Cook, Kincaid. And your defensive backs, Ellis, McClanahan, and McCutcheon.
Both of these teams playing a 5-man defensive front. Here we see a little change up now on the part of Sissonville. No, they're still in a 5-man front, just angled over to the strong side.
Handoff to Charlie Hartley, number 85. He picks up about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Dots. They are into Sissonville territory at the 43-yard line.
I think the one thing that Poca doesn't want to do, that head coach Bob Lemley doesn't want to do, is end up being in 3rd and long, Bill. They're not known as a real strong passing team. They've only thrown 83 times over the course of the year, so they want to make sure that they're in 3rd and short situations.
2nd down and 7. Handoff, Cook inside, not much there, maybe a yard. On the tackle, number 77 for Sissonville defensively. That's Gregor. He's 6'5", 245. And he comes up with his first tackle of the ball game.
Here it is right here, number 3, as you can see, the ball carrier. That's Jimmy Cook running inside for a very short gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They're tilted over this way. They have twin set left, and with power formation, see if they try to flood this area.
And rolls to the near side, looks downfield, hangs it up, and it is incomplete, out of bounds.
was intercepted, but it was intercepted out of bounds, Bill. Nice defensive play and good coverage that time by number 23, Chad McClanahan. They're just running a two-man pattern over here, semi-sprinting over here, and you can see the ball is just sort of thrown up for grabs here. It's sort of a jump ball, double coverage, and as you can see, the ball is intercepted. Great camera work right there, and it's out of bounds, so it'll bring up 4th and about 7. It puts Poca into a punting situation.
McClanahan, the quarterback, Chris McClanahan for Poca, not known for his throwing, and there, ball didn't look like it came out of his hand cleanly, but good coverage by Sissonville defensively, and it'll set up the punt formation for Poca. Punt away, and will be taken at the 10-yard line. And big play there defensively on the coverage. That's Hartley, number 85. Sissonville will take over at their own 10-yard line. Class AA championship game. Sissonville nothing, Poca nothing, with 5:18 to go in the first quarter. And Poca, this ball game, nothing, 5:18 to go. First quarter of play. And Coach, the first time the Super 6 has come to the city of Wheeling, it's known as the Friendly City, and so far it's been weather friendly and a great crowd.
Down to about 2.5 inches. You can see the crowd on the other side, and the crowd on this side is probably even larger than that. And so we have a very, very enthusiastic group of people here for this AA championship playoff game. And so far we've had not too much action, but each team has had an opportunity with the football. We'll see if Sissonville can do it the second time they have it in their possession.
First and 10 from their own 10-yard line for the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class AA, and the number 1 ranked team has their first penalty of the ball game as they jumped. Motion penalty. It'll be against Sissonville.
A little too anxious the left side of that line, moving prior to the snap. See if we can pick up any tendencies here early in the ball game, Bill. That time it looked like they were going to be running into the tight end side, and we'll see if that's going to be a tendency for Sissonville to see if they are a tight end oriented running offense. So it's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to bring up first and 15 from about Sissonville's own 5-yard line. They've got to be very, very careful with it right here.
Good look at Shane Cook, number 21, the tailback in the Sissonville offense. He gets the carry, pickup of a couple of yards on first down, bring up 2nd and 13. It looked like Lyle came down the line from his defensive end position, number 88, and made the stop.
Sure did. Big number 88, Seth Lyle, 6'3", 185-pound junior for Poca, came down hard to the inside. Was able to stop that outside dive off of the split backs for a very short gain of about 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd and about 13.
Moles and McCutcheon into the game. Moles to the far side, McCutcheon to the near side. I formation this time for the Indians. 2nd and 12 on their own 8-yard line. Handoff goes to Cook. Tries to bounce it outside across the 10 and down to about the 18-yard line. Coming up and making the play down low, number 3, Jimmy Cook from Poca. He makes the tackle at the 14-yard line.
Richie Lanham also, number 18, was in there on a tackle as well, coming over from the safety spot. It was a blast play designed to be run over the right side, and Cook decided to bounce it to the outside. He was able to use a little bit of speed to turn the corner and get it into the secondary. Good solid gain of about 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Now, where Poca might be hindered with their passing game on 3rd and 5 or longer, Sissonville has a quarterback, Adam Tucker, who's passed for 1,300 yards this year, Coach. They're going to run the option on 3rd and about 5, and I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to be short by about a yard.
He's got to get to the 20, Bill, and he didn't quite make it. A little bit of option, down the line option over the left side.
Looks like Poca has helped, and looks like Sissonville will have to kick the football away.
Adam Tucker keeping the ball, turning it upfield, is going to be short, less than a yard, but it's going to bring up 4th and about a half a yard. Here it is on a look, a little counter option right here, backside guard pulling. does find a crack, but pretty good pursuit by that Poca defense. Holds him short of the 20-yard line, so it'll bring up 4th and 1, and Sissonville in another punting situation.
Cook and Hartley back deep. Good spiraling kick. Hartley will take it at the 48. He drops the football, but he's able to fall on it right at midfield. Sissonville had a crack at it, but Hartley quickly gets on top of the football, and Poca will take over at midfield with a 0-0 ball game and 2:32 to go. It's a win every time. Poca and Sissonville scoreless with 2:20 to go, first quarter. Handoff to Cook for Poca. He's across the Sissonville 45-yard line. Ball comes loose, but the officials rule that he is down. And a good first down pickup for Poca. That's a win every time.
Every time. I'll tell you, that time they were in a more conventional style offense with a split end and a flanker, a tight end, 2 setbacks, and they ran a little counter action to the outside, an outside trap. And Cook was able to find some running room, get it up for a gain of about 6. We'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Jonathan Dunn, number 9, checks in, and he splits to the near side. It's Lyle up top for Poca as Cook goes in motion. Inside handoff to the fullback, and he's greeted there by a linebacker on the carry.
I think that was Pinkerton, number 14, big inside linebacker. Eric Pinkerton from Sissonville, number 14.
Number 35, Aaron Paxton. Paxton on the carry, number 35, fullback, 5'9", 195 pounds. Indeed, that was Pinkerton. Coach, you said he looks like the main man down there. He's got his hand in the cast, which is right hand a little bit banged up. So we'll see if that affects his play near the end of the ball game. Right now, 1:05 to go. Hartley in motion for Poca. Option down the line. McClanahan on the keeper, and he will have a first down close to the 30-yard line. Good pickup by the quarterback there as he picks up the first down and more.
And a little option by Poca, that time coming over the left side. Here it is again, little counter option. You can see the backside guard pulling. Good kick-out block right there. And a nice cut inside by number 2 for Poca, quarterback Chris McClanahan. Gets it up there for the first down, and it's a first down and 10 from about the 31-yard line.
Don't know if you noticed it, Coach McClanahan, bandage on his left hand.
Yep.
Hand off to Cook, looking for some running room, has some. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 on first down. Good gang tackling as Sissonville strings it on down the line.
I'm sure Coach Lumley wants to do better than that on first down. He wants to get at least 4, maybe 5 yards on first down at a minimum. And here, Poca running a lot of misdirection plays, Bill, so far in their first 2 series. A lot of traps, guards and tackles, pulling an awful lot, and they do a nice job of it. And good ball handling in there by number 2, their quarterback, Chris McClanahan.
Quarter will be over in 10 seconds. Clock rolls inside of 10 seconds. No score in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Hartley. He spins down to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and about 5 as the first quarter comes to a close. So after 1 quarter of play in the West Virginia Class AA championship game, and their win over Barbersville in the state championship game. It's been a while.
Did I?
That's what you told me. McClanahan, he got hit to the end zone. He's inside the 10-yard line for Poca. And, Coach, he may be making a bid to have the game-winning touchdown or game-winning points here at Wheeling Island Stadium in 1994.
I tell you, did a great job right here. If we have it on a replay, it's a fake off the power sweep right here, and then he's going to run almost like a quarterback draw. Nice blocking up front, and right here he gets into the secondary, breaks a couple of tackles. With a little more speed, I think he may have gotten into the end zone, Bill. Good tackle there by number 41, Jake.
First and goal from the 8-yard line for Poca. Quick pitch to Cook, looking for a lead.
Tries to the corner. Stiff arm touchdown, Poca.
Had all their power to the left, ran the real.
Moles at the 7-yard line has to go off his face mask, picks it up at the 15, sidesteps around the tackler, 20, and finally out of bounds. And it'll go out at the 24-yard line, marked officially on the tackle, number 54, Casey Davis. And Casey, when he realized he was out of bounds, let go of the player. Didn't want to draw a flag, but there's a look at the muffed kick. And Moles heady as he picks it up and heads upfield. Nice little move here, Coach.
Yeah, he does. Right here, he gets to the outside, breaks the tackle. And right there on the sideline, you can see number 54, KC, comes over, makes tackle, and held up a little bit right there.
I think he wanted to slam him, but then he just, whoa, I want to get 15 yards.
Sissonville in a pro line.
1st and 10 for Sissonville at the 24-yard line. Quick pitch. And that's going to go for a couple on the play on the carry. Shane Cook for Sissonville.
I think Sissonville is going to have to put it up here a little bit, Bill. They've only attempted one pass, thrown for a loss. They need to get the ball in the air a little bit to loosen up this Poca defense, because Poca is really close to the line of scrimmage.
Along the front line, they really seem to have handled Sissonville's offensive line.
They have not been successful with the run at all.
Clock running, 10:45. Tucker looks to throw, looks outside, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver, number 41, Jason McCutcheon. It goes off of his hands. Good coverage all over the field, really, by Poca. Not much for Tucker to look at. Put the ball the only spot he could.
Poca was in a man-to-man coverage. They're trying to cover the inside receiver here with an outside linebacker, number 66, and there you can see the ball delivered, and it's right off of McCutcheon's hand. Goes incomplete, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. But they need to do a little bit more of that, Bill. They do have receivers that are open, and they've got some receivers that can run pretty well on the outside as well.
Young and Newhouse to the far side in a slot.
I tell you, the way that Poca is covering this, the inside receiver is wide open.
Tucker sets up the screen with Cook. Shane tries to sidestep the tackler, does, breaks into the open field, has a couple of blockers out front. It's a foot race, and he is at the 30, 25 down to the 20, and he's going to be caught from behind at the 5-yard line. The little screen turns into a big play, and Sissonville has their first big break of the ball game, courtesy of the footwork of Shane Cook.
I'll tell you, all of that was on his own, because number 54 from Poca, Casey Davis, read this screen all the way. You'll see he's going to be right over here, and Cook will break his tackle right here. They don't fool anybody, and this is all on his own. You can see number 78 is right there, Jason Boggs. He's able to get away from that, and once he cuts it across field, it becomes a foot race between him and number 8. Right now, 1st and goal from the back formation. Number 14. Big kid back there, Eric Pinkerton. Eric Pinkerton has rushed for over 1,200 yards this year, and he's a big kid, 6'3", 220. So they're going to pound it against Poca right here from inside Poca's 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from about the 3.5.
Newhouse and Young splitting the slot to the near side. Have a receiver as Pinkerton goes in motion. Double slots for Sissonville. We have a flag from the back judge. That is going to be a delay of game penalty against Sissonville. Just took a little bit too long getting that one set up.
Well, I tell you, that kills you, Bill. When you're down inside the 5-yard line, you have to take a delay of game penalty. That's really uncalled for. That's going to cost them 5 yards. So instead of being 2nd and goal from inside the 4, it's going to be 2nd and goal from just inside the 8-yard line.
Look at the Sissonville huddle. Adam Tucker, the quarterback. 9:35 to go in the first half of play. 7-0 Poca on top. Sissonville's first possession after the Poca touchdown. They're trying to answer. Tucker looks to the outside, doesn't see anything, rolls that way now, looks to the corner, and he finds a man. And on the reception, number 41, Jason McCutcheon, he'll be spotted down at the 5-yard line. So
it's only a gain of 3.5 yards. It really doesn't help Sissonville an awful lot because it's going to be now 3rd and goal from the 5.
If they don't make it here on 3rd down, their 3rd and 5 opportunity, Coach, this early in the ball game, do you kick and go for the points, or do you try to go into the end zone?
I don't know what kind of a kicker Sissonville has, Bill, but if they have any kind of a kicker, I'd go for the points, get what I can to make sure that at least I come away with something.
Well, first Poca has to stop him on 3rd and 5. 3rd and goal from the 5. Quick pitch. Cook. Option pass. He's getting some pressure from Lyle. Lyle not fooled, and it'll be incomplete.
That could be grounding.
It'll be tipped at the line. That's what the official's calling, so it'll bring up 4th and 5, an incomplete pass. It looks like we may have an injured Poca player down on the field. It looks like number 7, getting up, but hobbled a little bit. His left leg, number
Bobby
7.
Lemley is a defensive back.
The coach's son, leading the team in tackles. We'll take a look at it, Coach.
It's a halfback option pass from the single back offense. Cook is the only one left. He's looking for his wide receiver. There's nothing there. A great job by Lemley keeping outside pressure on the football. And there you can see that he has a hold of Cook, and Cook just throws it, and it was a completed pass.
It sure was. We have a timeout called by Sissonville down on the line. I think they were in danger of possibly getting another delay of game penalty, so they turn and call timeout. And they will go over what they want to do on 4th and goal from the 5-yard line with 8:27 to go in the first half of play. They trail at 7-0 to Poca. As we take a look at the head coach from Sissonville, Larry Jones, graduate of Sissonville High School back in 1965. The year I was born, Coach.
What a year to remember, huh?
I think so.
Coach Jones is a graduate of Marshall. He's been coaching for 20 years. He's been a head coach for 17 of those years. And
8 years
coaching at Sissonville for the last 8 years. Has a great record, 114 wins and 54 losses and 1 tie. And he's had a real good record while he's been at Poca, 58-31. He's been in the playoffs 5 times, so they do have playoff experience. And right now he's got a big decision to make, and it's 4th and goal from the 5-yard line, and of course this would be a big lift to that Poca defense if they could keep Sissonville out of the end zone. They're going to go for the score for the touchdown.
4th and 5, 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Sissonville trails it by 7. Tucker looks to pass, gets some pressure, and it's incomplete. So Poca holds on the 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. As Tucker can't find anyone open, he has to launch it. It goes out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver was Sean Tignor, as Tucker had all kinds of pressure, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you, number 44, Heath Null, in there in real good shape. He came clean from that inside linebacker spot. Passes intended for number 88, Sean Tignor, and just wasn't open. He had to get rid of the ball much too soon and much earlier than what he wanted to. Number 7 that you can see limping off the field there is Bobby Lemley, inside linebacker for Poca. He's their leading tackler, and they certainly can't afford to lose him, but I think he's going to be okay. He's walking a little gingerly on that right ankle, but I'm sure that he'll be back for Poca's next defensive series.
Coach, he came up a little bit gingerly or hobbled on the option pass that Cook wanted to throw on 3rd down. And he banged up that leg again. Handoff goes to Cook for Poca. He slides down, slips down at the 5-yard line. Credit number 83, Paul Walker, with the tackle for the Sissonville Indians.
Trying to come with that crossbuck action again in the offensive backfield, faking the fullback one way and then coming with the left halfback over the right side. That time, good defensive play by Sissonville, held it to no gain, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for Poca from their own 5-yard line. Big number 83 was on the tackle that time. That's Paul Walker.
Heath Knoll checks into the ball game. Handoff goes to Knoll. Check that. Handoff goes to Cook, and he picks up about 3 yards. Good fake. Had me faked out, I would have gone for Knoll, and they would have gone for big yardage.
Again, misdirection, always faking to the fullback first, then giving to the second backers. Knoll over the right side, and then the give to Cook over the left side. And Poca runs an awful lot of misdirection plays, a lot of trapping inside and outside as well. It's going to bring up third and about 6. And this is a situation that Poca doesn't want to be in.
Harless to the far side. Lyle to the near side. I look for him to keep it on the ground, Coach. I don't think they want to put it up this deep in their own territory. Option play. McClanahan breaks a tackle. He dives close to the first down yardage. I don't know where the knee came down, but it looked like it was across the 15-yard line. That would be a first down.
I tell you, I think they're going to give it to him, Bill. He needed to get to the 15, and I think he, from my vantage point, he may have their, well, yes it is. Referee signaling first down. And that's that counter option. Faking to the fullback one way, then running the option back the other way. Here it is right here, a fake. You can see the guard pulling. And number 2 for Poca, that's Chris McClanahan, does a nice job. Finds a little seam right here. And a great block, as you can see, by Casey Brown. Backside guard, pulling and leading on that, doing a good job.
McClanahan did a great job of stepping out of the initial tackle attempt by John Greger, number 77. Handoff goes to Cook. He looks to get to the corner, steps out of a tackle, and finally leans ahead for a couple. It'll bring up second down and 8.
And again, the misdirection. Fake to the fullback, give to the back, going back the opposite way with the guard pulling and getting a kick-out block, and then Cook turning it up inside that block.
5:55 to go. First half of play. Poca on top of Sissonville, 7-0. 8-yard touchdown run for Poca from their running back, Jimmy Cook, their leading ground gainer of the year, from 8 yards out on a first and goal from the 8. On Poca's last possession, that put him up with a Lyle extra point, 7-0. Handoff straight ahead. Braxton, he stopped after a short gain of maybe a yard. It'll bring up third and about 5.
Just a straight dive over the left side that time, trying to break one very, very quickly. But Sissonville was there in pretty good shape, being able to hold that to a very short gain of only a couple of yards. So it's going to bring up third and 5, maybe closer to 6, Bill, from where I see it.
Aaron Paxton on the last carry for Poca. Option down the line. Pitch to Cook. Not much room, and they run the option in the short side of the field, and really they help Sissonville because they give him the sideline as an extra tackler.
That's right, and that's not a bad play to run into the boundary. They had it on their left hash mark. It's not a bad play to run into the boundary. Sissonville did a good job that time by forcing number 2 McClanahan to pitch the ball instead of keeping it and turning it up inside. And you can see that when Cook got the pitch, he really didn't have much room to run because the sideline was right there. So it'll bring up a 4th and about 5. This puts Poca into a punting situation.
Punting for Poca, Chad Harless, number 4. Back deep for Sissonville, Shane Cook, number 21, and Jason Ellis, number 22. End over end kick will come down to Ellis. He has to go through his hands. Shane Cook jumps on the football, and it'll be Sissonville football, 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Special teams, everyone seems to be having a tough time hanging on to the football. We'll take a timeout with Poca on top with 4:42 to go in the first half. They lead it 7-0.
Disselfink. Yeah, well, it's a little-known fact that a Disselfink is a filter that purifies Amazon River water.
A Disselfink is a stylized bird found in Pennsylvania Dutch art.
Well, yeah, it also took on that meaning after the Eisenhower administration.
It's Balderdash, the game where you don't have to know the definition to wacky real words. Just bluff them.
Wayne Dillo.
Sure, well, that's an armadillo who's been run over by a truck full of guitars. Play Balderdash. It's a definition of a good time.
This holiday season, visit Kit
Country Toys, a different kind of toy store. Kid Country's only business is toys, and that means they'll know how to help you this Christmas. You'll find a great selection of unique and hard-to-find toys that your child will enjoy for years to come. Your little girl will love the Mattel 35th Anniversary Barbie, Holiday Barbie, or My Size Barbie with clothes that fit sizes 3 through 10. Kid Country Toys, a different kind of toy store in Charleston on Bridge Road and the Town Center, and visit our new location at the Huntington Mall.
Now that the Pagemaster is here, people of all ages want to recreate the experience.
You, sir, need adventure! Danger! Fantasy! Horror! Romance! Comedy! And one more thing!
Yes, now at Pizza Hut, get the Pagemaster Meal Deal. One of 4 Pagemaster games, plus a large 2-topping pizza, 2-liter Pepsi, breadsticks, and more. All for just $12.99.
Wait! Didn't show me your library card.
This Super 6 High School Football Championship game is brought to you by Hardee's, Danzer Incorporated, and your local Heil dealers, Tri-State Greyhound Park, Super 102 Radio, and your local Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
On Fox NFL Sunday, the Cowboys battle the Eagles. Then the Falcons face off with the Niners.
Fox 11 NFL Sunday. Coverage begins at noon.
And welcome back to the Super 6 Championship Weekend. Wheeling, West Virginia. Sissonville nothing, Poca 7. Sissonville with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Poca 47-yard line. Little delay to Shane Cook. He dances for maybe 1 on 1st down to bring up 2nd down and 9. As the clock rolls inside of 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. Coach, of course, at halftime, we will have the Battle of the Bands, Coach, as both marching bands will be down on the field entertaining this big crowd, which has turned out here in the friendly city, the City of Lights, Wheeling, West Virginia.
I tell you, and Wheeling has really done an excellent job in hosting this Super 6 championship. The field is in excellent condition. Everything is just great.
Tucker to the outside. Quick hit by Cook. Nothing doing on the play, on the catch. Number 41, Jason McCutcheon. He is stopped after a short gain of about 5 on the play with no extra running room for Mr. McCutcheon as Mr. Cook came up and laid one on him.
Well, I tell you, that's okay because this is going to be open, and it has been open, and as soon as he starts laying the ball out there to his outside where he doesn't have to turn back forward to the inside, you're going to see him be able to run with that a little bit more. I tell you, Poca is taking a big chance by putting their people in man-to-man coverage on Sissonville's wide receivers, especially when they're aligned in twins, when they're trying to cover that inside receiver with a safety.
Everybody but 2 up in the box as they look to pressure Tucker. Looks downfield, steps up into the pocket, looks across the middle, and he has a man open for a 1st down, hanging on to the football, number 88.
It's a big tight end, Bill. That's Sean Tigner, 6'5", 215. They had 4 people out on the pattern. He had plenty of time to throw. Receivers had plenty of time to find the open area. And right here you can see, once Tigner sees that his quarterback is in trouble, he finds the open area. And at that point, number 10, Adam Tucker, is able to hit him with a strike right between the 8s for a big gain down inside the 25.
Oh, now we have trips to the near side. Tigner to the far side for Sissonville.
See if they try to pop the fullback.
Tucker looks the pass, steps up in the pocket, getting some pressure, drops the football, but falls right on top of it at the 30-yard line. A loss of about 6 on the play. It'll bring up, they're going to spot it up further. Call him down at about the 29, Coach?
Yep.
29-yard line. Take a look here.
It's a loss of about 5. Right here we get a pretty good rush from Sissonville. Not a whole lot of time to throw, and Tucker's trying to bail out here, but good outside pressure from number 85. Charlie Hartley strips the ball, but fortunately the ball bounced right back up into Tucker's arms.
Young, Newhouse, and Cook to the near side. Tigner to the far side, Tucker to pass. Getting more pressure from Hartley, and Hartley takes him down with one hand. Did the ball come loose? I don't think so. Tucker still has it, but Hartley has been a one-man wrecking crew on the last 2 plays, Coach. Charlie Hartley, but good coverage downfield, and that really sets up the pass.
Yeah, that's right, and those are basically coverage sacks because there's nobody open on the trip side here. And right here you can see Hartley coming around his block, does a great job of grabbing the shoulder pad and pulling Tucker down. And I'll tell you, Poca's 2 defensive ends, number 88, Seth Lyle, and number 85, Charlie Hartley, doing really an excellent job for that Poca defense.
3rd and 20 from the 33 for Sissonville. They trail at 7-0, 1:25 to go. First half of play. Tucker to pass. More pressure. Cook gets him this time. So Poca strings together 3 consecutive sacks, and the ball is all the way back to the 42-yard line of Poca. And the Poca defense has come out in the first half, coach, and just controlled the Sissonville offense.
They've come out smoking. That was number 7, Bobby Lemley, coming from his inside linebacker position. And right here, he's coming through, and again, good coverage downfield. And he's able to bring Tucker down for another big loss. 3 sacks in a row. Brings up 4th and
29.
4th and forever.
44 yards to go for first down, and they will kick it away. And an end over end kick that's going to roll inside the 15 down to about the 10.5-yard line. And that's where Poca will take over with 32 to go.